Which animal do you think has been here the longest?
We have a dog named Venus that's been here for maybe about 2 months now. She's a 2-year-old bulldog cattle dog mix, and she's a lovable dog. I think the reason she's not being adopted is because she doesn't get along with other dogs, so she makes it a hard adopt.
How long do animals usually stay here until they get adopted?
So they're only usually here about a week. They go very quickly. Some of them, the first day they go up for adoption, they're usually gone within that first day.
When animals come into the shelter, what do you notice about them?
Sometimes they can be a little shy and timid, just because they've gone through so much being transported in from either Virginia or Puerto Rico.
What happens with animals when they stay in the shelter too long?
Like I said, our adoption rate is pretty good, and they get adopted very quickly.
Where do most of your animals come from?
We get them from Virginia, Puerto Rico, Louisiana, and Mississippi. And we take in local surrenders also.
What supplies do you need most?
So most would be bleach, paper towels, dog food, cat food, toys for the dogs are great, so anything like that.
Which animal do you think has been here the longest?
Sydney. She's the red-nosed pit bull that was over in the right-hand corner in the back room.
How long does it take for animals to usually be adopted?
Depends on their breed and their age.
What do you notice about the animals when they first come to the shelters?
They're scared. For the first 24 to 48 hours, they're terrified. They just don't know what's going on, the change, where their people are.
About how many animals are adopted?
Yearly, we adopt about 350 animals between dogs and cats and kittens.
How many animals are usually adopted but then returned?
Probably about an eighth of them will return.
What happens with the animals when they stay in the shelter too long?
We haven't had a problem because we have a lot of volunteers that get them out, but a lot of times they do become depressed. Some of them have behavioral issues, but we have a lot of volunteers that get them out on walk.
Where do most of your animals come from?
Animal control officers and private surrenders.
What supplies would you need most?
Cat and cat food, dog food, cookies, blankets and towels, and they can be used blankets and towels as we go through a lot of them.
Which one of your animals have been here the longest?
Let's see, at this point, Admiral, we're actually in the process of completing an adoption for, has been here the longest. He has been here for about 4.5 months, waiting for a home.
What do you notice about the animals when they come into the shelter?
With cats, the cats tend to be on the skittish side. They have a tendency to almost like withhold wanting to eat or poop for the first few days, which is completely normal due to stress. With our dogs, that varies. Some dogs are super excited to meet every new person that comes in the building, where other dogs can be slightly timid.
About how many animals are adopted in a year?
In a year, we do about 1,000 adoptions a year.
Wow.
Yep, and that's cats, dogs, and small animals.
How many animals are adopted and then returned?
It's a very small rate. I don't have the exact number for it. If the dogs are returned and it's more of just they don't match the family, we'll actually find a family that does match.
What happens with animals when they stay in the shelter too long?
We actually have what's considered a no-kill policy, so the animals don't have a time limit put on them. So they're here until they find adoption.
What kind of conditions do the animals come to the shelter in?
We get a ton that are super healthy. All they have to do is have a vet say that they're healthy, look in their ears, look in their nose, hear their heart, and then we can just spay and neuter and put them up for adoption. We also have a awesome vet on staff, so if they need a dental or if they're having an issue with a broken limb, we actually can fix those in-house.
Where do most of the animals come from?
We actually see a lot of the animals come in as strays. So it's probably split 50-50. 50% of the time they come in without an owner that an animal control officer would bring into us from a certain town. The other half is coming in from families that no longer can keep their pets.
So what supplies do you need the most?
Right now we are in need of bleach. We're also in need of canned cat food. And we're in need of cleaning supplies.